Okay, so we come to absolute function. For absolute function, let us review. For absolute, domain, just normal, just general, negative infinity to infinity. For range, yes, it is special. You need to calculate. So for absolute value, the graph will be in the V shape. Your graph will be in V shape, modulus x, in V shape, modulus x. So you can see that's why our domain negative infinity to infinity. Left and right, we just draw from the left to the right. But about your range, this modulus graph is only going to the up. So 0 to infinity. For this modulus graph, 0 go down. So that's why negative infinity up to 0 only. So that's why our range here, it will be special. Domain, general, negative infinity to infinity. Okay, so we try to draw first before we express it to piecewise function. Okay, so we try to draw modulus absolute function. So I go for example 8. Okay, so this one, okay, I read first. We want to do for modulus function here. We want to find out what is domain and range and sketch the graph. So for question A, domain for modulus function. Domain for modulus function always negative infinity to infinity. How about range? So the way of doing range will be alike with cert. Alike. So we can review here. Okay, so actually the concept will be same. Kasra. For the first three here, to find the range, they will be same. Whereas quadratic, absolute, and cert, the way to find the range is same. Yaitu kita tutup, kita tengok dia positive infinity atau negative infinity, kita tengok nilai minimum ke nilai maximum, included that value. So bila kita sampai ke rational, cara nak buat tu lain. Bila kita tak sampai exponential, lain. So for the first three, so that's why saya susun dia macam ni, Kasra. QAS adalah cara yang sama. So untuk mencari range untuk example ini, kita akan tutup bahagian tutup bahagian absolute, positive infinity or negative infinity. You have a coefficient of negative here, so it will be negative infinity up to negative 5. So this is your maximum value included. So absolute function, when you want to draw the graph, it only is V macam ni ataupun V going down. Up or down, it will depends to our range. So this range is going up or going down. Negative 5 to negative infinity. So you can draw much on negative to the bottom side. So this is going down. So this is V shape of going down. Alright. So now we want to find the starting point here, the vertices here. How to get these vertices? Once you get these vertices, then you put V shape going down, then done already. So how to get this? It will referring to your x and y. So since our x here, we cannot read from domain. Domain is negative infinity. We can't read any value here, right? So we will read from the function. You can read back to the cert function here. Sorry, absolute function here. What's the value that you can read out from this x? X minus 3 equals to 0. So x is equals to 3. What's your value of y? We can read from our range. Y is negative 5. So means our V-shaped vertices here is at the coordinate of 3, negative 5. Then we can start drawing already. Set up our x-axis and y-axis. So label x-axis, label your y-axis. So your starting point, your vertices here, it will be located at 3 and -5 here. So V shape going down. So you must prolong your graph so that it intersect here. It got the intersection on y-axis. You have to label out. So not every graph will be intersect. Depends on the situation. If it got, then we have to label out. So how to label here? Y-intercept? We have to calculate where? Y-intercept is where? X equals to 0. Is when the coordinate x here is 0. What's the coordinate y here? Okay, so substitute back into the function. Y will be equal to -0 minus 3 minus 5. So modulus of -3, it gives you 3. So it gives you simplify up to -8. Lastly, label this function. Alright, so we go for question B. What's your domain for this modulus function? Special case? Domain DSLR. The function that we doesn't stick out, it will be generally -infinity to infinity. So what's your range? Range of gx. Tutup bahagian modulus ini positive infinity. So 3 will be minimum value. So absolute function just got two shapes, V up or V down. So this one up or down. 3 to infinity will be V up. So like this. Then the next step, we're going to find what's your vertices here. What's your bucu di situ? Coordinate x dia berapa? We can read back to the modulus here. Coordinate x, 2x plus 1 equals to 0. So this x will be -1/2. What's the coordinate minimum point here? Y will be 3. So your vertices here will be occur at the coordinate -1/2 and 3. Then we can start drawing. X -1/2 will be here. Y is 3. So it will be. This is our vertex here. This is our vertex here. So V shape going up. Okay, V shape going up. So last step, what do we need to do? We need to label this y-intercept. We have a y-intercept here. So we will going to calculate. Let x equals to 0. Substitute back to our function. Modulus 0 times 2 is 0, then plus 1. Plus 3. Modulus 1. 1 plus 3 will be 4. So this is value of 4. So finally, when we're done, we label our function.